What's up, everybody? It's JayViper, and unfortunately we're going to have to start talking about Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 in a way that isn't so positive. We were hoping that this was going to be a banger that we could look forward to, but it looks like it is a possibility that there's some woke stuff in it, like a Trojan horse. There's people that are calling it non-binary. There's people that are saying it's time to, just hold off and wait to see. But at the same time, you have basically the person who founded it, David Vavra, calling people Nazis online. There's a lot to get to with this. Let's go over it, and I'm going to try to give everyone a clear picture so you can make up your mind for yourself. Let's get to it right after you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
JayViper is awesome. He's so good looking. He's got the crowd in awe.
So I'm going to try to do all this in the order that it happens, just to try to bring a little bit of light to people who might be just seeing it from all sides. The first thing is that we heard that Kingdom Deliverance 2 had a ban in Saudi Arabia. It became a rumor that it was getting banned for an unskippable LGBTQ scene. So this comes from Yorch Torch Games, where he says, apparently Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 does feature LGBTQ anti-natural relationships, and I guess this comes from Tech Gamers. So here we are. It is early access right now. It releases February 4th. Ahead of its release, the game has been reportedly banned in Saudi Arabia. According to a Saudi gaming outlet, it's been banned for promoting LGBTQ agenda via unskippable cutscenes. Now, Pirate Nation also has something on this, where he has an insider on the Saudi ban where he says there are no LGBTQ themes, but the romantic conversation options with the same-sex character do exist. And there's also no unskippable cutscenes, so supposedly you can indeed skip them. So we don't have actual verification, so consider this rumor. Again, this is just information for you to see how you want to make up your mind and just make the right purchase choice for you or non-purchase choice for you. So once all this stuff started hitting, people started asking David Vavra, who founded Warhorse Studios, for a response. They wanted a statement. I was one. I know Yorch was one. Lots of people were tagging David Vavra on X. David Vavra does respond, but he chooses a very curious person to respond to. He found a guy who was throwing slurs around and all sorts of things to respond to about this very thing. And all David Vavra said, which I would say is fine for talking to this person, but again, this is the person he chose to respond to out of the list of people that were asking him for a statement. He says, because I don't talk to Nazi shitheads like you. Again, the correct response to this person, I think, but not the right person to respond to. I felt like this was more of a cop-out response where he found like the most or the worst person that he possibly could respond to in order to let himself off the hook to say, well, I would respond, but I can't because you're being so bad and so disgusting. Following that, on January 17th, we get an update to the Steam Discussions Code of Conduct on the Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 section. And the issue here is that there's so much stuff in here. They start hitting on body shaming and colorisms and classisms and religious discrimination, ageism, ableism, homophobia, transphobia, hatred, sexism, all the isms, ists, phobes, garbage that we really don't need. So, of course, you could just say, be nice to people, right? You don't need this. But once you see this and it's coded in such a way, this throws up red flags. A lot of people were very upset with this. They're like, what the hell is this? Like, we're dealing with you, we're asking you questions, and now you're saying you can't even talk about this stuff in a negative manner or in a way that you don't like. This is muting people. So a lot of people threw this on Warhorse Studios. This is where the way Warhorse Studios is in line with its owners comes into play. Now, there's a company called PLAION or PLAION, I'm not sure how to say it. They handle the community management for Warhorse and Kingdome Come Deliverance. So to me, they are the people that are also controlling their X accounts, right? I mean, and obviously also on Steam. So they would be the ones that are actually putting those things on the Steam. But at the same time, this is a bad look for a company we're trying to get a response from and aren't getting it. Anyway, so Grumps goes into this, and shout out to Grumps for this, because he goes into great detail of how Warhorse is built and who owns them. So let's talk about this real quick. Everyone's wondering how Warhorse, Koch Media, Kingdome Come, Deliverance 2, THQ, PLAION, and the Embracer Group are involved. Again, this is head-spinning stuff. I mean, there's just, game companies get moved around like whores around this place. It's just like passed around like a freaking joint. It's insane. But yeah, this happens. To sum it up, Warhorse and Kingdome Come Deliverance are owned and published by the Embracer Group. Here is the timeline. This is an excellent timeline, so pay attention, class. 2018, February, Kingdome Come Deliverance is released, published by Deep Silver, which was a division of Koch Media at the time. Okay, 2018, later in the year, August, Embracer Group acquires Koch Media for 121 million euros. Koch Media was the parent company of Deep Silver, which published Kingdome Come Deliverance. February 2019, Warhorse Studios, the developer of Kingdome Come Deliverance, is acquired by THQ Nordic for about 33.2 million euros. THQ Nordic is already a part of the Embracer Group, having been acquired by Embracer in 2016 when it was still named Nordic Games. 2020, February, Koch Media rebrands to PLAION. This rebranding occurred under Embracer Group's umbrella, making PLAION the new name for Koch Media. 2024, in April, Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 is announced, with PLAION encompassing Deep Silver listed as the publisher. This reflects the organizational change where Deep Silver is now a label under PLAION. February 4th, 2025 is a scheduled release date. And the key points here is THQ Nordic, which acquired Warhorse Studios, was already part of Embracer Group before the acquisition of Warhorse. The acquisition of Koch Media by Embracer Group, 2018, brought Deep Silver into Embracer Group corporate family, and the rebranding to PLAION in 2020 was a move to consolidate the rebrand Koch Media's various entities under a new name, but the operations and subsidiaries like Deep Silver continued under this new name. Again, head-spinning stuff, but to know it goes Embracer Group, PLAION, Warhorse Studios. That's the line. So with that, PLAION is running all the CM stuff. Those are the people we're actually generally interacting with when you talk to people on Steam and, of course, on X. Now, this isn't the only issue, because now with PLAION, of course, all this is getting pushed at Warhorse at the time, is they started hiding replies. People started going into their latest post, which had nothing to do about the situation, of course, but that's the latest post, so that's where people are going to go. And they're wondering what's going on with the game, and other people are asking about colored characters, etc., but they started hiding replies, and also legitimate replies. Like here's Yorch again asking about what's going on with the Steam site, but hidden. All these things are hidden, but it just goes on. It's a giant list of people being hidden, and some of them are just gifs of like stairs and things. So again, this was another red flag. People were like, what the hell is going on over here? So later, in January 17th, David Vavra responds to everything again. This time, he's saying something a little different and being a little more forthcoming, but not entirely. Turns out that we are once again in the middle of a rather bizarre culture war, this time from the opposite side than usual. Yeah, David Vavra is generally somewhat based. He is a visionary, he is a good game manager and game creator, but at the same time, there's a lot of things going on here with Kingdome Come Deliverance that are causing a lot of issues. As you can see here, there's things to be looking at. So here's a statement, but I'd hate to spoil the plot for the game for the sake of it. So this is what he has to say. The game is exactly what I wanted it to be. No one has tried to influence me as an artist in any way, and anyone who knows me knows I wouldn't let them anyway. This is a good sign, right? Okay, continuing. Every character in the game has a very clear reason to be where they are, which you'll understand when you play the game. Our goal was, and still is, to show life in medieval Bohemia as it easily could have been and to tell an interesting story. At the same time, it is a role-playing game, so it is purely up to the player what decisions they make, and for all the decisions they make, they are responsible for the consequences that correspond to the morals and social norms of the time. I don't want to spoil the plot, the important events and the roles of some of the characters are for anyone. So you'll have to see for yourself by playing the game, and then I strongly believe you'll agree with me. So for some people, this is enough, and they said, okay, but others are like, oh man, you know, because this doesn't really approach the subject of the scene that people are talking about. This isn't saying it exists, but it's skippable. It's not saying, you know, it's only if you go down a certain route and make yourself gay, if that's even possible. He doesn't really get into it. So for me, this has major trust me bro energy, and I don't love the wording, but at the same time, again, I want a game to root for. I would love to root for this game, but these statements and the way that, of course, PLAION is acting over Warhorse Studios are concerning and worrying, and I don't love it. I really don't like what they've done with the Steam page and the fact that you can't just go on there and speak. I mean, they're going to hit you for terms of service if you go on there complaining clearly by what they've posted, which is why they updated it so they can do that. I guess he posted on Facebook or wherever this is. So after the leftists cursing me at Nazi, or I guess a Nazi for 10 years, now Nazis cursing me a Jew because Saudi Arabia might want to ban Kingdome Come Deliverance because of the homosexual scene. Now here he's saying the homosexual scene. To me, he's saying there is a scene right here. So this is a little different than what's on his X account. Here he says there is a scene. There's a homosexual scene. So I just saw that just now. So there you go. That's for you. So let's go into how the community is responding, okay? With Grums, he says, people are asking me why I'm giving Warhorse Studios and Kingdome Come Deliverance the benefit of the doubt, and why I'm asking people to judge the game when it comes out. This is why. This is David Vavra, creator and co-founder of Warhorse and KCD. Now, this is Daniel. He's got the base shirt on, okay? White privilege, able-bodied, cisgender, basement-dwelling, man-baby, virgin, scum. Okay, so we're talking about Netbeard, shitlord. So that's, you know, he's making fun of himself, and that's based, right? Of course, right? This is someone who is identifying as what people are calling people like us, people like him, which is good to see. Back in Gamergate 1, we fought together against the woke mind virus. We fought so hard, they went after his company and his game, trying to cancel him and Kingdome Come, a largely unknown game at the time. Gamers rallied and bought the game in droves, defying game journalists of the time. Now, back then, game journalists were like, where's the colored people in this game? And they pulled that, trying to cancel Kingdome Come Deliverance. This was a story for a while, back when it released. For someone who put his entire studio and the game on the line, I will give a huge benefit of the doubt until proven otherwise. Daniel knows how to make a great game. I will wait and see. And then we have people like Yorch, who's like, the statement doesn't address the unskippable LGBTQ cutscenes. Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 is officially non-binary. Warhorse played bait and switch. Get woke, go broke, and go join Ubisoft. And of course, then we have Endymion, who I think is more moderate as well. So Endymion has to say, I don't want to cancel Kingdome Come Deliverance 2 at all, but calling anyone Nazis, come on, man. Yeah, so I don't like that either. And again, it's who he chose. It's who he chose to respond to out of the droves of people asking normally. The gay scene I'm not even upset about. I'm more concerned about how their code of conduct is putting a leash on their players to voice their opinions. If Henry can be gay in the game, it will piss people off, yes, but I, for one, will play him straight. And this whole gay scene, we don't know what it even entails. Again, like with Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't mind that game because you can just go down a path. You're not, as far as I recall, people aren't like coming up to you and hitting on you, trying to turn you gay. None of that stuff, right? It's completely your decision who you romance in that game, if anyone at all. So if this is like that, fine. For me, that's fine. A reminder, one of the antagonists of the first game, it's Van Toth as a gay man. The scene in question could very well be him with his lover. I'm just assuming here, since I, like many of you, don't know 100% the context. But David Vavra, this is not the way to do this. I'm not going to tell people to boycott your game or anything like that. Just stop lighting the fire here, dude. Don't call anyone Nazis. I don't care which side of the angle is. You're just going to piss people off. So for me personally, I'm not listing this on non-binary, right? I'm not yet. I am a wait and see. However, that didn't stop me from canceling my pre-order, okay? Wait and see means I'm not pre-ordering. I'm gonna wait and see. It could possibly be something where I play for you guys to check out, but I don't know how deep into the game this scene is or if I'm going to see it at all. So it's hard to say for sure what me doing that would even help the situation. Overall, I do think the way people are acting, like Vavra isn't being forthright enough, but I do understand what he's saying when he says he doesn't want to spoil the game either. But at the same time, it would be nice if he just says, hey, the scene is like this and you only get to it if you do this. Or if it's in the direct line of the quest. He doesn't have to say who's involved, but it would be nice if it was there. On top of that, the whole PLAION thing and their involvement sucks. It's going to make Steam and the Steam boards blow to go on. You're not going to be able to actually converse if they really go heavy-handed with it. And the way those CMs are, come on, these are the wokest people in the freaking business. The CMs are the worst in almost every single company. And it's not even the Warhorse CMs, it's PLAION. So I would just say, stay away from the freaking Steam boards because I think that's going to be a great way to get your account screwed up. Stay away. So I'm really interested to hear what everyone in the comments has to say. Please let me know. How worried are you about this game? Are you getting it? Are you waiting? Is it just straight up non-binary? You're done with it? Let me know in the comments. And also while you're here, do me a huge favor. Just please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so I can see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Love you, man. Peace. Bye, everybody.